Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. It's good to have you. Welcome back to all of our subscribers. It's good to have you. If you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for the first time, welcome. And please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button, and then also consider hitting the join button. Consider becoming a member. To receive additional forms, additional documents, additional training information to help you grow and develop your business, and then to learn more about me and my company and how we work and how we can help take you to that next level. Check out those links below. Now, our topic for you today, it's some mind-blowing gym sales stats. These are things that we see, in clubs. This is data that we've found in some cases, but this is, for the most part, things that we see that happen on a very regular basis. And understand this before I jump into this, that data is an asset. Your data is an asset. Start using your data as an asset. Let me give you some numbers. And if you already know some of your numbers, great. If you don't, start looking at these numbers and where are you at with it. And how can these numbers impact what you do? So number one on my list is 92% of all customer interactions happen on the phone. 92% of all customer interactions happen on the phone. The reason I bring this one up is we come across this all the time. Everything, I just like to text. I just like to email. We send instant messages. The places that do the best, they're talking to people. It's easier to solve problems. It's easier to sell. It's easier to retain. It's easier to educate if we're talking to folks. 92% of all customer interactions happen on the phone. If you're doing great without it, fantastic. Maybe this can help take you to a new level. But I want to encourage that human interaction. We still want to talk to folks. Let's don't lose the human interaction here. Number two, this one's always a great one when I get into sales training classes. It takes an average of 8 phone calls to reach a prospect. That's the average to reach a prospect. I've got a lead. I'm calling them and assuming I'm doing all the right things. It's going to take on average 8 attempts to finally reach them. It's just what it is. Part of it. Part of the secret to selling in that sense is that commitment, that determination, that persistence. That being sold ourselves. Hey, what's my obligation here? But it takes an average of 8 calls. I mean, think about it. If you catch somebody on that very first time, that means someone's going to take 16 calls, to bring that average back. So the whole point here on that is that, hey, stay after it. Stay after it. When we're calling folks, there's a right way and wrong way to do this. We want to make sure we're nurturing, is what I call it. We want to maintain interest. We want to maintain desire. It's not simply, hey, I got a deal, I got a deal, I got a deal. Number 3. This varies a little bit, but basically 50% of all sales go to the salesperson that spoke to them first. Of all the sales made, half the sales go to the person that spoke to him first. Get to him first. And so here's one of the first things I want you to think about here, getting back into some more data. Internet leads. How many of your leads do you get from the internet? Probably quite a few. If you will contact those folks within 5 minutes of them responding, all of a sudden they're 9 times more likely to buy from you. I talk to so many folks. How quick do you get back to somebody? At least within a day, certainly within 2 days. They're on to something else in most cases. Get back to them immediately. Get back to them within 5 minutes. Half the sales that are made go to the person that spoke to them first. That's the math. Here's an interesting statistic that we've found. And I give you this to show you the value, if you're in sales or you're training salespeople, the value of this. 13% of all jobs in the United States are full-time sales. 13% of all jobs in the United States. I think that's 1 in 8 is what that is. 1 in 8 jobs in the United States are in sales. So that's how valuable it is. That's how important this role is. And, if you're looking at yourself, I'm really not a salesperson. You're a coach, and you're a salesperson anyway. You're convincing somebody of where to go have dinner, what movie to go see, oh, you should wear this shirt instead of that. You're convincing somebody of something, okay? You're in sales. It's when value exceeds price, right? When value exceeds the pain, whatever that pain is, we're going to do it. That's what selling is. Selling is a transfer of enthusiasm, transfer of passion, transfer of belief, transfer of conviction. But 13% of all jobs, it's an important job. I mean, what would happen if all that went away? Those people didn't exist. I think commerce would totally stop at that point. Number 5, roughly 78% of salespeople use social media to outsell everybody else. Pretty big number. But here's the thing. You want to do it the right way. Okay, I'm not talking about 78% of salespeople use social media to outsell others. It's just money, money, money. No, it's behind the scenes. We're having customers check in. We've got an Instagram-worthy section in our gym. These are all things that get the word out. Because what are we trying to do? We're trying to overcome obscurity. The biggest problem we have is people don't know who we are, and those that do don't have us at top of mind. So the sales teams that do the best at this, they use social media to outsell. Because number one, what do? We're staying in front of all of our members. Because if you're not staying in front of them, guess who is? It's your competition. Okay? And you're also staying in front of all the folks that are not. And do it with behind the scenes information. Get your customers to check in. Instagram worthy section, take the photo when they join or when they come to work out. Those are some great things to do. But the secret is be consistent. Don't do it for a while. You want to keep doing it. It's a great form of outreach, a great way to market. And this is how the large majority of folks that do it, this is how they do it and do it effectively. It's not about, here's our ClickFunnels program, we're going to sell you something. I mean, that's simply extracting who's interested. Okay? We're trying to become known by everybody. It's one of the very first things that we have to do. The other data that we see, and these numbers might even be higher than this, but email, it's almost 4 times better at acquiring new members than social media. Social media, what we find with social media, this is great to create awareness. It's great to get known. But when you're collecting an email database of folks that have opted in or have some kind of connection with your company, they're a current member, and maybe you're going to sell personal training, you're going to sell an upgrade, you're going to sell an add-on. If they're a former member, you're announcing, hey, it's alumni gets to work out for free, next month, or it's folks that never bought. This is a great selling platform. In part, you want to be using it as that. It's a better selling platform, from what I see, than what social media is going to be. Okay. Number 7 on my list: gym salespeople who actively seek referrals. Their paychecks are 4 to 5 times bigger than people that don't. It's a big number. Salespeople, gym salespeople that actively seek and get referrals and work them, their paychecks are 4 to 5 times bigger than people that don't. I mean, you can simply look at the checks. This guy gets a ton of referrals. Look what he's doing. This guy doesn't. He relies on walk-ins, call-ins, and he's always complaining. Boy, the phone didn't ring today. Okay, get referrals. I mean, the data backs it up. Okay. One of the other interesting statistics that we see, this one comes out every year. We'll see it when we roll back into the first of the year. But 91% of all consumers say that they would give a referral if they were asked, or an introduction at least, right? 91%. Yet salespeople, only 11% will ask for the referral. I mean, I would think virtually every club that started off with us as a client don't ask for referrals. Okay, and in many cases, it's their number one source. They don't even promote it. Okay, and part of this is knowing the right way to do it. What we're not doing is saying, hey, who do you know that wants to join? That's what we're not doing. We're just inviting them in. But there's a marvelous opportunity here in terms of referrals. But 91% of consumers say they would give a referral if they were asked. Only 11% of salespeople actually do it. Now, let me give you, this is a broader number, okay, that I found interesting, and I think it rings true, in the fitness industry. The average company spends between $10,000 and $15,000 to hire somebody. And this comes in all levels. I mean, hiring the person to do it, hiring the marketing. I mean, the office space to to do the interviewing. The training. It takes 90 days before we figure them out. It's all the things that goes into it. The money lost because we lose them. The leads we lose. When they go away. But your average company spends between $10,000 and $15,000 in hiring. They only spend $2,000 in training. Think about that one. All the money that is put into hiring and trying to find people, but then the small amount of money that's put into training them. Okay? The best way, I think, to look at training our staff, it's no different than your members. If a member comes in and says, hey, I want to get in the best shape of my life, how often should I come in and train? I think most trainers are going to say, well, hey, I want to see you every day, cardio and strength, and we're going to have nutrition and whatever it's going to be. It's the same thing for our team. We need to be training every single day. And for those of you that are not doing it, I would say this, many clubs, they use this channel as their training platform. I mean, we have over 1,000 videos, most of them are how-to on here. But train your staff, train them, put the money into training. Okay, put your money into training. Because if I gave, some job descriptions here, to you sales managers, you district managers, everybody, hey, our job is twofold. Produce the numbers and produce the people. If you produce the people, you're going to get the numbers. If you produce the people, you're also going to grow. You produce the people, you're also going to make more money. You've got to train. You got to train every single day. Okay? And then last on my list, this is a big one that I think most gym owners, they know it's out there. They don't always look at the data. But retaining a current member is 6 to 7 times less costly than attracting a new member. Bottom line, it's cheaper to keep them than it is to keep getting new ones. Well, you want to keep getting new ones, but shut that back door. Let's have a strategy in place. Okay, and two of the best strategies that I can give you on this is when you sign up a new member, we want a platform in place that encourages and motivates and incentivizes and everything to get that person to use your gym 20 times first 60 days, because data tells us that if they use the gym 20 times first 60 days, these are the folks that are going to stay with us for a long, long time. And then the second thing, every morning when we come in, pull a member usage report. Depending on your club, these numbers can vary a little bit. Depending on your club, I'm going to pull a member usage report. Who has used my gym 4 times or less the last 30 days? Every day I'm pulling that report. And these people are going into a regular call sequence. And I'm going to call them and call them and call them and call them until I get them in. Because what the data also tells us is that when I have an interaction with an inactive member, they're 20 times more likely to come back in. Pretty big number. Okay? And so it's not a one and done. We're going to keep calling until we get them in, but it's a nurturing call. But, pulling member usage reports, getting new members into the club quickly are 2 key things that we can do here. So take a look at some of these mind-blowing sales statistics, because, the math doesn't lie. The math is going to tell it to you, how it is. And look at some of these. How do you do on these? Small little changes can have an awful big impact on your business. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. Appreciate you being here. Hope you found the information beneficial. If you did, please consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button. You can learn more about me and how we can help take your business to that next level with the links below. And if you're not a member, consider becoming a member. Click that join button, and we look forward to seeing you all on that next video.